the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper, tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bait. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. Hopkins, strong running. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well. On
first down, Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Play action, it's Taylor. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They pitch to Abdullah. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance. And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3. They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun. Here we go, 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it. A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Switch, hey, 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory. You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Slow. Flag for 2.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on 1st. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run. A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today. Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game. 319. Now Taylor on 1st down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Bernardrick McKinney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Slow. Ready. Flag for two.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. J.J. Watt able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You go 46, 46. Good. 26.
First down, Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Good. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're
pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer. Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta. That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
With it is Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Fielded at the 33. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They go play action now. Taylor going up top. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And then trying the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A first down throw for Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
46.
To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Ready. Flag for 2. Flag for 2. Slow.
A handoff to Abdullah. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Prescott steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. It completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's got some space here. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Slow. Ready. 319. 319.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Texans on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Flush to his right. It got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Slow.
Abdullah on the counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Hunter Henry brings it in. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The second down run for Abdullah. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Slow.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down this.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, 46. Good.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now Prescott, able to find Kirk complete. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, a 3rd miss of the game right there. By rights, they could be high and dry right now, but instead, this is still a ball game.
And defensively here, you can't let this affect you. You've got to go out and do your job, not worry about someone else's.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Slow. Z. Two jet. Z.
He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now again, this is Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Slow.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Z.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
Escaping the pressure right. 10 more there and another first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience. Well,
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Steelers set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.